All right, guys, we got a 2010 Corolla with a misfire. Here's the Corolla here. Not a bad little car, but it's in pretty rough condition. Let's get in it, let's scan it, let's see what's going on. All right. Key in the ignition. So the story on this is they said if they take it above 40, it just starts missing. Sounds like just a simple misfire. I did pull this thing over here yesterday and I heard something in the engine or something's rattling somewhere. So I don't know what that is, but we're going to find out. All right, let's scan it. Cylinder number 3 misfire. Okay. Cylinder number 3. Cylinder 3. All right. So the cylinder number 3, I don't know if these do a clear flood mode, but I just want to see if it does. So what is a clear flood mode? It's usually when you can hold the gas pedal down and before you turn the key on and then crank the engine. And if you don't hear an even cadence, like the engine going nun, 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 then you want to hear it evenly. Like you should hear it even cadence. If you hear the engine cranking and it goes nun, 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 that's usually a low cylinder or a cylinder that doesn't have the right amount of compression in it, because that's the starter picking up on that. You can usually hear it. Let me see if I can do a cranking just to see if we can hear something obvious. Holding the... What the heck? Oh, it started right up. Try it again. I don't know why I can't hold this thing to the floor. Something. Try it again. Okay, this one does not have clear flood mode. So let's see what cylinder. Cylinder number 3 is misfiring. So let's pull it in the shop. I'm going to disable the fuel and see if I can hear an even cadence, because I don't want this thing to start. I just want to hear it crank. I just want to do that first before I do anything else. I'm pulling it in and I can feel this thing's got a dead miss. It's just vibrating like nobody's business. I can't see out of this windshield. There we go. All right. See if you can hear the exhaust popping. Yeah, pop, 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 pop. Usually when you feel a popping sound like that, it indicates a dead miss. Let's disable this fuel and see if we can hear an even cadence when we crank. Okay, so disabling the fuel, it looks like we have to take out these 2 fuses. EFI stands for electric fuel injection, number 1, number 2. I'm pretty sure that'll do it. And those are these 2 fuses. It sits in there like this. So I'm going to take this one and this one out. Here is a fuse grabber. Oh, great. You ding dong. Where did that go? No, I see it down there. Dang it. That's going to be a hard one to get. Let me try my special grabber tool. It's got little claws on it, like this. I don't know why I get to play with all the fun toys, but I guess I'm just lucky. See if I can grab this thing. Actually, I think it has a light on it too. Let me see. Ah, it does. That's the first time I've used the light. There's a little button here. That comes in handy in this dark crack. Grab it. Come on. Oh no. It went underneath the engine computer. That was unfruitful. Dang it. I'll just use a pair of needle nose. So these two here. 1, 2. Ah! Why'd the fan kick on? Ha. I guess where I took that EFI fuse out. Made the computer mad. Let's see if that disabled the injectors. If not, I'll just unplug the stinking things. Alright, let's start it and see what the cadence sounds like. Okay. It wanted to start. Here we go. Well, I guess that's not the electric fuel injectors. It may be something to do with the ignition. I don't know. Let's just unplug them. And let's just unplug the injectors. Grab these. These are good for unplugging stuff. In some circumstances. 1 injector, 2, 3, 4. Thank goodness it's just a 4-cylinder. It looks like one coil pack's been replaced. Okay, here's my setup. I got the picoscope hooked up to channel 1, and we're hooked directly to the battery, and this thing has a software in it that will do a battery test, compression test, cylinder balance. So let's get into that. Okay, I have it all hooked up. Let's hit start. Now it wants us to crank the engine. Hold the throttle down. Crank. All right. And perfect compression across the board. So our compression is good. Okay, since we already have the scope out, I'm going to see if we can see a secondary ignition waveform and compare them between all these cylinders. That way we can kind of see what's going on, what type of misfire we have. So let's do that. I'll set it up real fast. Okay, we're going to pull in 2 channels. These are, you take these coils out and put these wires in, and then you clip these clips on the wires, and I'll get a secondary waveform that way. And then I have 2 of them so I can compare the 2. This is the cylinder that it's saying is misfiring, so we're going to compare it to a known good one. And let's see if we can see any differences. Okay, here's our setup. We're going to see what the secondary ignition waveform looks like compared to the good and bad cylinder. Go to ignition. There we go. So let's start it up. Okay, it's running and it is misfiring, so we can stop it. So let's analyze this a little bit. I can see a problem right off the bat. If you look at blue, there is no firing line at all. You see how there's no firing? Now it should have a firing line. So if you compare these two, look at this. This is the good one on 2. This is the bad one. There's absolutely no firing at all on 2, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is just switch the known good coil and put it on number 3 and see what our waveform looks like. So that'll tell us, is it a spark plug or a coil? Let's do that real fast. All right, let's run it. Now, if the red one looks like the blue one, we know it's the coil pack. We'll start it. Still misfiring. Okay, let's stop it. Boom, we are done. Look at this. There's no firing line on the red. It's over. It needs a coil pack. Wasn't that great how powerful the scope is? I mean, the proof is right here on the screen. When I moved the coils over, it moved from blue to red. And as you can see, look here, that's a dead miss there. It's a bad coil. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna get a coil, get this thing fixed, and we'll be done with this car. But don't click off, because I've been wrong before, but I'm pretty confident. So let's go do that. All right, the parts guy brung us a new NGK coil pack, and we are going to put it on and see if this thing is misfiring anymore. Did we fix it? Let's see. That's it. Fixed another one in the books. Ugh. Wow, that's a horrible rattle sound. This thing's got other issues. The belt's squeaking. Something's rattling under there. The exhaust's about to fall off. But these people don't have a whole lot of money, so we're just here to fix the exact cause. This is how troubleshooting pays off. It would cost more money to just throw parts at this thing. Yeah, they probably would have guessed and put new plugs and coils on it, but they would have bought them all. And you can do that, and you're probably better off in the long run, but if you ain't got a lot of money, just fix what's broke and see how far you can get, right? I don't blame them. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Catch y'all on the next one.